If you deal with age spots, sunspots, hyperpigmentation, dark spots, or melasma, like what I have on my skin, it's a hyperpigmentation triggered from sun, hormones, heat, irritation, friction, things like that, you will know that sometimes applying makeup, or at least finding the right makeup that doesn't look like a heavy cake face can be difficult. So today I just wanted to quickly share with you some of the makeup products that I like to use to not necessarily completely cover my skin and make it look like a total mask, just to kind of help gently, I guess, disguise or cover up the imperfections or areas on my skin that I don't like. This is a mattifying primer. This is from Glow Skin Beauty, and you can pick different shades. I just use one teeny little pump of this, but it's an all mineral SPF 30. I've already done my skincare and my sunscreen for the day. Now I used to have oily skin. I don't have oily skin anymore. It's pretty much normal, and then it gets dehydrated sometimes. So even if you have dry skin, you might still enjoy this, because I wouldn't say it totally mattifies down the skin. It just kind of, if you're using like a glowy foundation or something like that, or maybe you used a super glowy sunscreen, it just kind of tones it down and just gives you this really pretty kind of silky, natural look to the skin. And it's a great primer. Even if you don't wear foundation, this would be a great product just to use alone to make your skin kind of look a little more perfected. Now, this might shock some of you, but I have not been using my Holy Grail foundation from Naked Sundays. This is their Beauty Screen SPF 50. It's a skin tint. I've been using something that has more coverage. And so I've talked about this for a few years now, but this is my other favorite skin tint from the brand 𝑐𝑙. This one stays a little more glowy on my skin than this one. At first, this one's super glowy, and then it dries down and it just gives me a really pretty kind of natural glow. This one oftentimes will stay a little bit glowier than I like throughout the day. That's why I like to use this type of primer first, and this is an SPF 50. This is the skin tint that, or foundation, that I choose when my melasma is a little bit darker than I would like. But I just take a makeup brush. This, you don't have to spend a ton of money on a makeup brush. This is one that I really like from Real Techniques. I'll make sure I link it. And then you can see this really gives some nice coverage. And then I just take a damp blending sponge and just gently kind of press it on. If you have, say, a healing pimple or any hyperpigmentation, melasma, any type of pigmentation, excess pigmentation on your skin, and you do want to use a concealer for it. This is another product from the brand 𝑐𝑙. I think I've bought this 4 or 5 times. This is their SPF 50 concealer. Now, I don't use this one under my eyes, I mean, you could, but I feel like maybe it's a little too heavy for me. But I just like to add a little bit extra in the areas where I do want more coverage. And as you can see, this stuff is full coverage. But what's great is if you do deal with any spots or anything on your skin, since this is an all mineral SPF 50, this has such great coverage. This is gonna really make a difference in helping prevent your excess pigmentation from getting darker. But if you're struggling with your pigmentation not fading, you might want to look into sunscreen makeup. If you think you might not be using enough regular sunscreen, maybe look into sunscreen makeup, because I find using sunscreen makeup to really be a game changer in helping to add those extra layers of sunscreen, because most of us don't really use a ridiculous amount of regular sunscreen in our skincare routine. Honestly, be honest with yourself. Are you using the proper amount of sunscreen to protect your beautiful skin? Most of us aren't, and even if we do, a lot of us don't really reapply like we should. I know sometimes I'm guilty of that. All right, so now I pretty much have my canvas, my face as even as, you know, as it's gonna be. And then I just take a little bit, or a lot, that's too much, of just like a translucent powder, kind of press it all over just to set all of that in place. And I actually avoid my under eye area with powder. I don't like to put powder under my eyes. You can't tell me that adding powder under your eyes when you're my age, 53 or older, that it looks good. It might look pretty from far away in camera, but when you zoom in, it's always gonna make the under eye kind of look crusty and dusty. Just my opinion, and that's just how I feel on me. Now, I like to take it one step further with sunscreen makeup, and 𝑐𝑙 also has sunscreen blushes. This is not sponsored or anything, by the way. I bought all of these with my own money, and this one's almost empty. This is probably my 4th one, but this is Even if this wasn't a sunscreen cream liquid blush, this is my favorite cream liquid blush ever. It's phenomenal. This shade specifically, 𝑽𝑰_𝑗. I'll make sure I link everything down below. I have every single product CL has ever made, just so you know. So if you ever have any questions of any of their products, of, you know, what I think of them, if they're any good, just leave me a comment. I mean, they've knocked it out of the park with every single product that they've come out with. And so this shade 𝑽𝑰_j, this is just great if you don't want to have like a super bright blush on, but if you like a bright blush, this shade Giselle, oh my gosh, this is my second one. I love this so much, but this one you can't swipe it on your skin the way the other one. You really can only use like a small amount. I'll just show you why, because even with this small amount here, I mean, look how pigmented. It's just so pigmented. It's so pretty. And in the very end, instead of putting like a powder, translucent powder over top of my blush, they also have a sunscreen powder blush. Again, this is, I promise you, this is not sponsored from CL. I've never done a sponsored video in my life. As you can tell, this is a well-loved blush. I went and bought another one because I love it so much, but I'll put this on in the end. I'm gonna finish my eyes, and then I wanna come back and I'm gonna show you a few other sunscreen products that I like to use on my face. All right, so I finished most of my makeup. I do still have a few finishing touches, and I haven't put my concealer under my eyes yet. I did my lips, my eyes. On my lips, I also have the Giselle, the SPF 50. A lot of us forget our lips, and so you make sure you're at least putting your sunscreen over top of your lips to protect that delicate skin. And then for my concealer under my eyes, if I want more of a lighter weight coverage concealer, but I still want to use a sunscreen, I will use my Color Science, the 3-in-1 Total Eye. I think this is really expensive, so I rarely share it. It might be on a pretty decent sale right now. If so, I'll make sure I link it down below. And then for my highlighter, I want to use a little bit of my CL. This came in like a little kit for Christmas. This is the shade Piper. I love this so much. It comes in 3 different shades for their highlighter. So pretty. Even if this didn't have an all mineral SPF in it, I would still love this for my cream liquid highlighter. And also CL has 2 bronzing products that are all mineral sunscreen. This one's great if you need to deepen up your foundation, but if you like a bronzing stick, this is an all mineral SPF 30. I love this, but actually today I wanted to test out a powder bronzer, so I just put a little bit of a powder non-sunscreen bronzer on. All right, to kind of set my cheeks instead of using a powder, I'm just gonna use their sunscreen powder blush. And I also like to put a little bit on my lips. All right, and that's the final look. And if I'm out and about throughout the day, if I need to touch up my sunscreen over top of my makeup, I will just apply a little bit of my Naked Sundays Beauty Screen SPF 50. Just put a little on my hand and then just kind of pat it over top of my makeup. It really just meshes with my makeup. It doesn't look cakey. It just looks beautiful over top of my makeup. Or the other product that I always have in my purse, this is my 𝑽𝑰_𝑗 Compact. I cannot even count how many of these I purchased. As you can tell, this is well loved. This is a full coverage SPF 50 product, and applying this over top of my makeup, not only does it also help conceal, because it's so full coverage, it helps conceal everything, but this is perfect, like say you're going to the beach and you just want to have a little bit of extra coverage. Using something like this is super fast and easy. You can just kind of press it on over top of your sunscreen or makeup or whatever you have on. But this has been a holy grail for so many years. Some days, even when I'm in a hurry, I just use this as my foundation and call it a day. It's like a cream to powder, and it just kind of dries down to a natural finish. Love it so much. The only negative thing, well, a big negative thing, is it only comes in 2 shades, beige, and the other shade is actually an identical dupe for, as far as shades, for the super expensive Chanel bronzer. So if you really love that super expensive Chanel cream bronzer and you want an identical dupe as far as shades, but you want that added SPF 50, this is phenomenal. I'll make sure I link all of these products down below, but this was just to kind of give you some little extra ideas. You do not have to be extra and use all of these sunscreen products. Just use whatever your favorite makeup is. Just make sure you use enough sunscreen to protect your beautiful face. But if you wanted some little extra options, if you're dealing with hyperpigmentation, melasma, and you wanted to kind of go that one step further of how you could really add extra protection, I mean, if you're gonna put on makeup anyways, why not use really good quality makeup that has that added sunscreen bonus in it?